course.
Does this look okay here?
Põe aqui assim, ó. Hello guys, can you hear and see us?
It's in my face.
It's in my face.
My face.
So we need to
Wait,
move it.
don't
It's
move
gonna
this.
fall.
It's not gonna fall. This is heavy.
I think it's gonna fall.
No. If more
It's
than
in my
half of
face
it,
now, by the way.
if more than half of it is on the table, it's not gonna fall.
Hello.
Hi.
Let us know if you can hear and see
Great
us.
start.
The chaotic beginning.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? Stella is here and
Yeah.
probably is gonna be put down. I mean, on the floor, not put down.
Oh my god.
She is. Her face for
Who's
you.
that?
Stop it.
Nothing's happening. Oh, my nose.
How's everybody doing? Dawn is awesome.
Yeah.
Wanna see Stella, guys? She's gonna go ballistic. Look, she wants to bite everything. Oh, you're so pretty. Hi.
So nice to see you too.
Well,
See.
feel
I
you.
will see us.
Which
Yeah.
is a little, it's a little creepier.
To
I don't
see
know
your
which one is
comments.
creepier actually.
Yeah. She
She is.
Yeah, we
Well,
were just talking about it, I think 2 days ago, seeing some old pictures. Old, like 2 months ago. And she was this big. Well, no,
So
she's
tiny.
that destroyer of all things nice.
As big as she gets, I would say, which is
Yeah.
not big at all, but so much bigger. Such a big girl.
I'm so clumsy today.
What's happening?
But I was gonna put my hair behind my ear and I did this.
No, Stella, no bitey.
Yeah, no biting. Anyways, feeling much better today. Doing much better today. Yeah. Me too.
Good.
In comparison. Oh my god. her
She's
face.
so sleepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. You're always beautiful too. So today we are, well, this month is kind of dedicated to healing. We felt guided to do that, and everything felt in alignment for us to do like a month more like directed towards healing. So we are doing some things different this month with this healing theme. So before or after every live event, we are going to have a little healing something, like a meditation or a Reiki little session or something that is going to bring this healing energy into you. We both felt guided. Stella, this ain't okay.
Yeah. Virtually.
We both felt guided that we were receiving a lot of that energy that we call healing, right? That can help us balance and align and just feel overall more in alignment and balance. Wow, so eloquent. And we wanted to offer that for you guys as well, and not just keep it all in. So we are doing every live event, we're doing something related to this, and we are focusing on the theme of healing as well. And we felt guided to do this Ask Us Anything more towards healing your emotions or emotional healing. And we will talk more about that as well. So I think I'll do the healing thing in the end.
Okay.
Or do you want to do it?
No, it's okay. You can do it in the end.
I mean, I was just asking if you want to do it instead. Maybe
That's
we can do
fine.
it together.
Yeah.
Better,
Yeah.
right? So Flavia might
Joint
do
forces.
the Reiki, and I will
Yeah.
guide you in a little meditation, and we'll do that by the end if you want to grab some water so you can have it with you and things like that. So we are talking about emotional healing today, most than anything else. And I received a little quote from Lilith regarding this, but we'll also just bring our own awareness and our own personal journey with this so we can share it with you and you can ask your questions. Sounds good? I also wanted to mention that because this month is a healing month, we are offering for all our patrons one healing activation or meditation, whatever comes through for the group, and one healing soul symbol for the light family as well, so we can focus on it. And it is going to be highly related to our Mastering the Body class. Didn't have a Mastering the Body class, well, didn't have a Magdalena's class last month because I was feeling super overwhelmed, and I wanted to give you guys something in return because of your support. And it felt just in alignment to do something about healing and aligning, and balancing our bodies as well, because it has everything to do with mastering the bodies and the mind. So that's what we are going to do. So by the end of the month, all patrons will receive an email with this guided meditation and activation, and also a symbol so you can work with those things. And it's going to be focused on the whole group, so what the whole group needs the most. So I feel like it's going to work in many different ways. Going to be something more broad that is going to fit into your reality right now more than anything else. Is this sound okay?
Why you ask?
I just felt like asking.
Who plays the guitar, by the way? We both kind of do.
We play it, no, not great.
Yeah. Sound comes out of it.
Yes.
If it's pleasant.
Yeah. Let's not talk
That's
much about
another
that.
question.
Maybe one of these days you should grab it and I should sing
Yeah.
and you play the guitar. That
Yeah.
should be fun.
Let's do some sound healing.
Yes. And of course, right, I think it was Brandy that said that she was dealing with some healing of
Yeah.
traumas and things, and we're talking about this today. We're
Of
always
course.
in such alignment. Yeah. Okay, so healing emotions. I'll read for you, which just starts our whole thing in a great, like setting the tone for everything else, with a quote that I got from Lilith in the beginning of the month when we were creating our schedule and everything and connecting with the energies of every live event. So the first thing that when I was thinking about it, and I saw that you guys also wanted to talk about emotional healing, and we even looked like online, I feel, right, we did like some research to see what
Yeah.
people look up for the most about healing, what do they go for the most, and it's mostly emotional healing. And as soon as we were starting to set things up, Lilith came, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. Which is just Lilith in our lives. So her quote was, you don't need to heal your emotions, you need to heal your responses to your emotions. And she wanted us to talk about that a little bit and to answer your questions about it, because your emotions are tools. They represent a part of you, they represent a fractal, a version of you in that present moment that is experiencing something human, in a human body, in a human experience, right? It isn't you. And it's so in alignment with the video you showed me yesterday.
Yeah.
From Lori Lad,
Yeah.
that these emotions are not you. You are pure consciousness living in a body, having an experience in a body, and having emotions, having thoughts, having beliefs, having reactions, having actions is part of being human, being a consciousness in a body. So you don't need to heal your emotions, you don't need to heal your emotional state. Maybe you need to heal your responses to your emotions, how you are acting upon your emotions, what these emotions mean for you in that moment, and how you are acting on those emotions, instead of trying to heal the emotion itself, because the emotion is just a tool, like your thoughts are, like your beliefs are, like your behavior, like your responses, like your actions. It's all a tool that allows you to have this physical experience in a human body, which is brilliant, which is awesome and lovely and exciting. And sometimes we might not like our emotions, and that's when we feel like we need to heal them. Like we need to change them, we need to transmute them, we need to make them into something else. But do you realize that we keep walking in circles when we're doing that? It's like we are always looking for something else to heal because we can't accept our tools as humans. And we keep just going and going and going and going and going forever in the same circles. And these emotions, they just come back in another form. They come back with another face, with another voice, sometimes with another whatever, because we keep trying to make it into something more than what it is, that is just a tool. And it's the same as like a hammer and a screwdriver. Sometimes you need to use a hammer. The screwdriver is not going to do the job that the hammer is going to do. Sometimes you need a pen. You can't write with a screwdriver. Well, you could. It's going to hurt more. The wood, the whatever, you're going to try, you know? So those are tools, and we have so many tools in our toolbox. You're not going to judge your need to grab a hammer. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I need to nail this whatever with the hammer. We don't think about those things because it's just a tool. And we created the hammer for that purpose, whatever that purpose may be. And some tools have thousands and thousands of purpose, such as your emotions, for example. So instead of trying to heal these emotions, trying to transmute them, trying to integrate them, trying to whatever, maybe it's just about accepting that they are there for a purpose that we chose. Can we have compassion for that? For the part in us that decided to create like that decided to create as humans, that decided to create an emotion that maybe right now you don't like so much, instead of trying to change it. Because those emotions are not you. They are a part, like a projection of the God that is in you, that is able to create everything. But they are not your unconditional truth. Although in that moment, we feel as if it is, because we are so immersed in it. And sometimes we can't even take a step back from that emotion so we can realize that, oh, wow, this is just how I'm feeling right now. This is a response from my body sometimes, from my thoughts, from my conditions and programmings. But it's a tool, and I can choose how I use my tools. I can choose how to manage. I can choose how I respond to my emotions. So the more that you respond to your emotions with kindness towards yourself, with compassion, with love, whatever that emotion might be, the less they are going to haunt you, because it's just a tool. So it loses some of its power over you, the power that you're giving to it, that is holding you. So, for example, when we're feeling a great emotion, we tend to accept it. Most people, I'll say, depending on the trauma, sometimes when you feel, or the programming, if you feel too happy or too abundant, you feel as if, oh, something bad's going to happen, or whatever might be the case. But let's say that in most cases, if we're feeling happy, we are just happy about it. We are okay with it. See? But if we are feeling maybe sad or maybe angry, maybe we are feeling triggered, maybe we are feeling powerless, whatever might be that emotion that is bringing things up to you that you don't like, we start thinking, oh my God, I need to change this. Otherwise, I'm not spiritual enough. That's something that I can't deal. Sometimes I'm like, guys, everybody snap out of it. Because nothing can take away from that consciousness that you are. There is nothing in this universe and beyond that can take away from the God that you are, the consciousness, the universe, whatever we want to call it. Nothing can take away from that. But we keep allowing the thoughts and the emotions and the tools that we created to make us believe sometimes that it can. So we don't need to heal emotions. It's about observing first how we are reacting to these emotions. So let's say that when you get sad, what are the steps that you take towards whatever it is that is leading you from that emotion. I don't know, guys, today everything is just a little crazy. So if I make no sense, just let me know. But I mean, if you feel sad and then you have some things that you do, what you respond to that sadness with sad things. Maybe that itching, annoying feeling that you get when you are sad is not at all about the sadness, but about the actions you're taking that perhaps you know are not good for you, are not healthy for you, are not, that doesn't make you feel any better than you were. It doesn't make you feel loving toward yourself or compassionate toward yourself. So sometimes, like feeling bored, for example, that's something that happens with us often, we'll say. And on top of feeling bored, we start getting annoyed because we're bored. And then we start like, why am I bored? And then you start blaming yourself because you're bored and looking for all the reasons in your life, in another lifetime, why am I bored? Instead of just sitting, it's like, you know what? I am. No, that's not the wording. I am not bored. I am feeling bored. I am not this boredom. This boredom doesn't take away from my divinity, from my being a consciousness in a body, living and experiencing. So this boredom is part of being human. Can I forgive myself for being human? I think that most of the things that we create based on feeling powerless or fear is based exactly on this. We cannot forgive ourselves for being human, for choosing a human body that feels things, that senses things, that responds, that is able to act, that is able to put things into motion, for example. And that should be maybe like the first step towards whenever it is that you feel that you have an emotion that you want to heal. What is it that I'm not forgiving in my humanness? Why? Because even if we think about it, we might judge. I won't speak for anyone. We might judge others as well. But for example, if Flavia is feeling sad, I'm not gonna kick her because of that, right? I'm gonna tell her, get up, stop crying. What the fuck is wrong with you? You would never do that to someone you love, I would say. Right? Mostly you would just soothe them. Again, your response to someone else's emotion also counts, I would say. Trying to change that's not gonna help anybody. So maybe I can just sit with you and hold space for you. I can have compassion for your feeling, even if maybe I can't understand, even if maybe I can't relate, even if maybe it's not aligned with me. I can still have compassion for that. Why can't we have that for ourselves? Right? So,
What can I do to support you at this moment?
yeah, in your sadness. Because I know that your sadness doesn't take away from how beautiful, how loving you are, how perfect you are. So we might just need to look at ourselves whenever it is that we're feeling something that we don't like, that we are judging, and have compassion for your humanness and forgive yourself for choosing to be human in a time like right now, which is the true thing that we are all quote unquote healing together. I talk about that every once in a while, and I don't even like the terminology of healing. I've said that many times, but we still use it because it's mostly known as that. But I don't think, like, for example, because of the connotation that for something to be healed, it is in a state of not perfection. And I don't believe that we are ever in a non-perfect condition. We are always perfect. Even if we are in pain, even if we are open and bleeding, even if we are sick, it doesn't take away from that consciousness that you are. So there is never something to heal, to be honest. Right? But again, we believe that are. So that goes to a question that we get many times as well. Am I creating this or tanana? Is this my belief or tanana? What if it is your belief? What if your body believes that it can get sick? Even if your consciousness understands that maybe this is bullshit, you can't be sick. You can't feel pain. You can't, but you are human. And all of those tools were given to us by us so we could play with them, so we could experience them for a period of time in our own construct of time. Can we forgive that we created that? Can we forgive that sometimes your body will feel as if it needs healing? So we are all perfect, we are all whole, we are all majestic and graceful at all times. Nothing can change that. And then there's your body that has so many beautiful things to offer you, including sometimes pain and illness. And we tend to judge those things because they don't feel as good and we don't like them. But that doesn't take away from who you are, which is pure consciousness. So it doesn't matter if I don't think that healing is a good word. It doesn't matter if I know that to be true. No one needs to be healed. We maybe just need to remember that nothing was wrong with us to begin with, so that ailment, that pain, that whatever is going to fade away, because we see that for the blessing that it is. We see that for our divine creation that it is. So then we can choose not to create like that if we want to as humans. But what's the point? If what I believe or what I don't believe when it comes to a collective, when it comes to playing a role for someone else. So that's why I even said that on Discord. If that's a role that I can play for you to help you remember that healing is always yours, that perfection is always yours. If we can create tools, as we have so many tools to help us remember that our bodies are always whole and divine, that our souls are always whole and divine, our hearts are always whole and divine. It doesn't matter how we're feeling, what we're thinking, how we are reacting. It's always there. If we have tools to help each other with that, why not? Why can't we accept our humanness? I think that's the bottom line of most of our chatter, in our minds. That's okay, I'm feeling pain because I'm human. Can I have compassion for me, for having a human body that feels pain? And can I have so much compassion for me that I will do something about it to help my body feel as if it is whole again? Maybe it's drinking a tea, maybe it's having medicine, maybe it's going to the doctor, maybe it's finding a practitioner, maybe it's finding a healer, to help everything else align to that truth that we all hold, that we are whole, that we are divine, that nothing can harm us. But again, it's a part of being on earth. So fighting against it, I don't think it helps, because you are always going against your own divine plan, I'll say, for yourself as a human. And of course, that we can end up being in disalignment, is that the word? Disalignment and imbalance through many things. Maybe something that happened in another lifetime, maybe something that happened in your childhood, maybe something that happened today or yesterday, maybe something that's going to happen right now, maybe because you fell and then you hurt yourself, maybe because of a virus, maybe because of a heartache or whatever it may be. We have so many tools to work with these things. So again, compassion for us being human, for us being so versatile and so creative with everything that we have. You are fairly quiet, guys. No questions? Because I've been talking like a crazy person.
We all love when you do that.
Good for us.
Okay. Yeah, they are all agreeing.
Good.
Today I felt an angry emotion and allowed that emotion to come naturally, just the way it was. Yes.
How did that feel when you just let yourself be angry?
Did you wake up?
Deixa ela. So let's see, since nobody seems to have questions yet, or maybe because there's always a delay.
Yeah.
Let's see one of the questions on Patreon.
Okay.
I think there's one from Corey.
Yes.
I briefly saw it happening.
As we are receiving more light into our bodies, and we are, sorry, as we are receiving more light into our bodies, are we affected more by what we put into and on our bodies?
One one thing at a time.
Yes.
I'll say yes, because again, that's part of the belief around it. I would say first that it's not that we are receiving more light into our bodies, we are awakening in a way, we are activating a light that has always been there. And with that, your body needs to readjust itself, literally, like readjust its whole everything, right? The whole biology, I forgot the word, like physiology and everything of your body is being realigned because of that awakening, because of that activation that is occurring. So all of that is coming from your own DNA that is being activated and is being set into motion in a way. And in many cases, your body is going to have to realign with that because, again, this awakening is happening in a physical way. And honoring that part of you that is human right now is very important. So that's when it comes that sometimes something you eat your body doesn't accept, sometimes you feel pain that you didn't feel in your body, sometimes your body tries to accommodate it in weird painful ways, for example. So that might happen, yes, because it's something that is occurring from within your DNA and it's changing. So what I'm seeing now is that well, I saw two things, like X-Men, for example, when because they have something in their DNA that is different, and it announces itself in a very physical way, depending on what's going on with them. Or, for example, Bella in Twilight. I was gonna say Crepúsculo. Bella in Twilight, when her body changes, like her DNA changes, and she transforms into a vampire, so her body changes. She needs to accommodate whatever is going on in her DNA. So that's a lot of what's going on with us. Since we are opening more of that crystalline DNA, your body is trying to follow along. So the more you can soothe your body in these moments, the best.
I think you pretty much answered the rest of it.
Okay, good.
Um,
There is one the questions here now. Let's do that first.
I just read Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. What a wonderful view of Mother Mary's birth and Jesus' birth and life. Does Anna have a message for the collective today?
No, I'm not gonna channel anyone today, but that's a beautiful, beautiful book indeed, and I love her. But bringing her right now would be too much for me
Oh,
personally.
she's such a powerful.
Let's not speak her name. I'm joking. She's a powerhouse.
Yeah. Last week I had an anxiety attack for the first time. It was quite a surprise to me. Can you help me understand this experience and give advice of how to help my body when I experience fear and anxiety?
I would say the first thing would be acknowledging it and um, knowing that even though, again, we understand there's nothing to fear, we're always protected, your body has ways that have been programmed since the day we created the human body to react in certain ways to protect you. So that's your body feeling unsafe in some way, right? Because it kicks you in with adrenaline, for example, that causes most anxiety attacks. So you can fight or flight, right? So you can just you can go, you can save yourself. So ponder about why your body is feeling unsafe is the first thing I'll say. If there is not like an obvious reason, then go deeper and ask your body, and breathe and allow your body to uh, talk to you why it feels unsafe in any way, and then go from there, and soothe your body. Find there are so many tiny little things you can do. Again, I feel that it's so loving for us to do those little things for our bodies, to show our bodies that we're safe, whatever those things are for you. So I have recently experienced some panic attacks as well, anxiety attacks. And for me, I use crystals. I set a little grid on the on my counter or whatever in my room. I use Palo Santo, so it's like I'm safe here in this space. So I'm telling myself, I'm telling my body that I'm safe. I use essential oils, for example, and I leave them in a diffuser as I sleep. So I put there Palo Santo or pine or lavender, things that's in my human consciousness I already believe that are for protection, that are for clearing the energy, and I use those little things so my body feels like, oh, okay, so everything is fine, right? So your body feels as if you are taking care of it, as if you're paying attention to it. Because if we keep again trying to transmute it, trying to just walk out of it, your body is going to keep storing it, and it's going to get worse every time. So sometimes it's just about sitting with yourself. It's like, it's okay, I do not like being anxious, it's not great. Maybe talking about it and not judging yourself because you're feeling a certain way, because something is causing a reaction in your body. It's just a tool. So wonder about those things, for yourself, and find those tiny little tools that can help you, like using crystals, using whatever that might be for you. Of course, I'm saying this just thinking and trusting that you have um, a loving common sense, that you're not going to do something harmful to yourself or for your environment or anything like that. Like, find something loving so you can soothe your body and sit with it and tell you that you're safe. You're safe, and find those things that help you. For example, when I have like an anxiety thing or whatever, sometimes I come to Flavia, whatever time it is, day or night, because my body feels safe around her. So I just sit with her and I talk to her and I cry and whatever needs to happen, to help my body feel as if it's here and um, not like judged or thrown aside, and breathe.
Breathing is very important.
Yeah, because
I would say it's the first thing.
yeah, because it's your body is trying to hold, right? It's trying to constrict everything. And sometimes your body doesn't want to breathe because it doesn't want to feel what is causing the anxiety.
Yeah.
You know?
What I find helpful to me very often, like when this happens, is first a shower, like because I think what this saging or whatever it does to you, it's the shower for me, and maybe even sometimes writing down what I'm feeling or what I feel that is causing me to feel that way. Because then if I address it, it doesn't become the big monster that I'm seeing, that I'm feeling, It's like there's this flashlight and a tiny thingy in front of it, but it's making a huge shadow. And this shadow is all that I'm seeing. But if I'm writing down, I start seeing just this, the cause of the thing.
And sometimes you can even move the light away.
Yeah.
Right? Tem uma coisa no seu dente, sabe?
Lipstick?
Yes.
Sorry. Happens.
I mean, there are many ways. Like water is great as well. All things that can help you feel present in the moment will help you with anxiety in general, right? We were talking about like a spike of anxiety that will cause you like a panic attack. But anxiety in general, it is because you're living in the future. Your mind is in the future. You keep worrying about what's going to happen. You keep like thinking about possibilities and not living here in these moments. So answering Corey, it might be because you are ungrounded, because being grounded means being present. So being mindful of anything. So when you are feeling your anxiety, you can just, for example, there is this water and I'm going to touch the glass and I'm going to feel the glass and I'm going to drink the water and feel the water going down my throat. I'm going to smell something that is close to me. Anything that can bring your attention to your 5 main senses in your body, like touch and speech and listening to things, anything that can make you feel a little more, anything that would soothe an animal, I'll say, right? Like cuddling and things like that, like soft movement and sounds and things like that tend to help people. But again, if your anxiety is caused by any of those things, you need to find what works for you. It's very personal too.
Yeah. Sometimes, because of the heat of the moment, a distraction is helpful
Yeah.
to calm the body, and then you assess what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Because to assess things when we are in the heat of the moment is just
Your response is
yeah,
going to
it's not
be
always loving.
yeah.
It's harsh. So like the feeling the water is like looking for things that are blue or
Yeah.
whatever color.
Yeah. Again, this is
Things
like
like that. Yeah.
a technique that even I think psychologists and psychiatrists use with children, for example,
Yeah.
to help you, again, naming, like describing something that is in front of you, like the guitar, in
Yeah.
details, as many details as you can, to bring you here to this moment, this present moment. There are so many things you can do. But again, depending on the level, you don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
You don't want to, it's like your body can't do anything. It needs to find a gateway for that. And that's the moment where we need to find something. It's when we need the most like center to find something healthy to focus on and not let yourself just go to a coping mechanism that isn't helpful.
Yeah.
For example, like drinking alcohol until you're down, for example. That's very not healthy for you, for your consciousness. It teaches your body that you keep pushing it aside, like its needs is not a priority for you. So you want to numb it and not make it not allow it to feel what it feels. So again, you need to find a helpful gateway. For me, for example, most of the time it is talking about it, raging about it, whatever it is, and poor Flavia, she just sits there and listens. Right? Sometimes like writing it down when you're not feeling like talking it. But again, you need to find your own avenue to deal with this.
Get to know your ways.
Yeah. And focus on at least trying to make it as healthy for you as possible.
Yeah. I think this is one of the not anxiety or anxiety attacks, but these different ways of feeling and of dealing with our feelings and emotions. It's one of the cool ways of being human, because it's not like in a computer that you do this and that in the same way to, I don't know, clear some space.
Yeah.
It's different for each of us. It's pretty cool.
Variety.
Yeah.
That's why we chose Earth, right?
Laughter helps me so much when I get that way too. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Me too.
Or even crying, like putting on like a sad TV show, or finding a gateway for that kind of suppressed energy that is under your skin.
Yeah. Let's just read the comments about the anxiety before we move to something different. If I find it. Hold on. Thank you so much. The anxiety was triggered by having to travel for a wedding to a casino resort. Probably the worst environment to feel calm and grounded. Yeah.
Right?
Like Annie, I
totally
find
feel your sister right away.
Right.
Oh my God. Just thinking about it, I feel a little bit
Oh
of
my God,
anxiety.
imagine you in a casino.
Oh my God. So not my scene.
Playing the games.
I go a little crazy.
Yeah. Like Kenny, I find crystals super helpful too, especially smoky quartz, but whatever we feel drawn to. Fear and anxiety only exist in the fear of past. The future or past, yes. I use my senses to be present.
Yeah, that's what, in the long run, that's what helps you the most, when you focus here and now and breathe and allow yourself to be present. That's what really, let's say, heal anxiety. It's a pathway though, guys. Be patient with yourself.
Yeah.
Indira said that she felt, I think, anyways, I'll read that again.
Yeah,
She felt excited about being angry, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, because I felt pain in my stomach afterwards. I felt much better.
Yeah. Again, anger is completely related to pain in your stomach, by the way. Should have thought of it.
Huh. Thank you,
Indira.
Like comment, Indira, for sharing that with us. That's true. Do we experience certain emotions so we can practice balancing them?
Yes. Whatever might be our reasons, We are creating it as we want, right? So if that's part of your plan, for example, of our plan, yes.
I feel like detoxing and fasting go hand in hand with emotional alchemy. Any tips on increased grounding during a fast? Feel drawn to adding juiced root veggies to the mix.
Yeah, I would do that. Ginger and carrots and
Beetroots.
yeah, and leaves and things like that. It can be very good. Don't allow fasting to be something you use to punish yourself, though. If it is that at all, I would suggest not doing it. For example, I think I need to fast to be able to do something, like channeling. I think I need to, as like a means to say that, oh, I'm not good enough like this, so I'm going to use this as a way to punish myself, which might be fasting or eating too much or whatever might be the other thing that we do. So I would just call attention to that for anyone, because fasting it is something that is easy for your body to understand as a punishment. That's why I mentioned it. Anytime someone talks about fasting, it's easy for your body to feel depleted and like it's being overlooked or punished. So if it feels loving for you, then do it. If not, maybe it's better to not do like a whole fasting, maybe like an intermittent fasting. We've been doing it for like almost 2 years now, right?
Yes.
Or to eat lighter things and go easy on it. Don't do it just head on, because sometimes your body is going to respond the opposite way that you want it to respond, and it's going to be like screw you, and it's going to give you other reasons to feel pain, for example.
Yeah, she said grounding doesn't come naturally to me anyway and requires a lot of grounding tools.
Yeah, I feel you.
And when feeling anxiety or fear, I find it helpful to focus on any little thing to feel grateful for or feel joy.
Yeah.
Fear of anxiety and joy and gratitude don't coexist.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you give water intention like before taking a bath to balance emotions?
I would say an affirmation. I am whole. I am here. Maybe touch your heart when you're doing it. And just breathe with this affirmation. And you can talk to the water. You can say to the water as you're drinking, the water in your shower or bath.
Yeah, the water will certainly communicate with the water in your body.
Yeah.
I had my first mediumship experience. Jason's dad came to me and it was very quick but made me very tired.
It happens,
Yeah.
Corey. But that's exciting. I like that.
Right.
How did it feel in the moment?
Reverberate.
We have some questions from
Yeah?
Joff, right?
Yes, I do.
Let's see some of them.
Okay. Are the effects we are currently experiencing with periods a recent thing? And yes, there may be one of like Mary Magdalene, Isis, or anyone could.
Well, it
Talk
depends
about
on what you call recent.
Yeah.
If like 10,000 years is recent, I would say we've always had that as part of our belief system in one way or another. Something that, again, a tool that we could always use. I can see that in the Lemurians. Mary Magdalene had many, 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 we'll say issues. Don't, I don't like the word, but
Maybe not the same, but there was always something.
yes, with her womb, with her periods, she had miscarriages. She was most of her. Oh my God, that makes so much sense. Most of her power, like her vital power, her human power, was directed from and to her womb. So it was always an area in her body that she needed to be constantly balancing out, constantly, like her sacral chakra, for example, would be always overactive because she brought everything to her womb and everything came from her womb. So her as an example and divine mothers as an example, that's such a common thing for us to have painful periods, to have any other things regarding, you know, that area of our bodies. Of course, it is something we can work on, we can heal, as we're talking about, we can manage and balance, but it is always something that is like the grounding we were just talking about with, who was it? My God, why am I like this today? Jennifer?
Hmm.
We were just talking about,
Yeah.
because it's not something that is just programmed there. The programming is the opposite. That we might have painful periods. It has to do with so many things at once. We could do a whole class just about that, about womb healing in a way, like where it comes from and how we can empower ourselves. It comes from feeling disempowered, and it comes from feeling overwhelmed. It comes from feeling um, sacrificial, like a martyr, for example. It comes from so many things regarding being a divine mother. So it might come from your lineage, you might be holding your mother's, your grandmother's pains, and so forth. You might be holding a consciousness or like an anti consciousness in a way that is bringing pain into your body to help you address it. But in any case, it is always a tool to help us in this present moment. So it truly has nothing to do with what was, right? Or our perception of what was, if we're considering time at all. Um, Everything we feel now is a reflection and a tool for us to use now. So even if we go to that time, it was the purpose, right? You're not re-feeling it in a way, if it makes any sense. You're not like re-experiencing it because you didn't deal with it enough in a past lifetime or last year. You're feeling it because right now it is relevant for you. So how and why and what can you do about it, right? That's with everything. And I don't feel like I see enough people talking about it in these terms. But if you're feeling something now and it comes from a past lifetime, it's because it means something for you today. Otherwise, it would not be in your radar. You would not be feeling it. So it's a tool today and not for. Why are you being like this?
Okay,
She's too
sorry.
pretty.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm just gonna see one more from Patreon. From Zuma. When someone annoys you, just their personality and their actions annoy you. How can we learn to integrate these emotions? Do we need to try to understand why they annoy you? Understand why they are mirroring back to you? Or just say, whatever, they're just different and they annoy me, and have compassion for your emotions and theirs?
Again, you are listing lots of tools that you can use, tools that are there in your disposal, and you can choose which one. What I would say to that is that we are often wanting to fix ourselves or fix others. So the thought alone that because someone else's personality of actions need to be integrated in us in any way or need to be whatever, it goes to that point, in us that is what we talked about in the beginning of this. What is it that I need to fix about my emotions? What is it that I need to fix about myself? As if the emotions that are coming from you being annoyed by someone else's personality or actions is your truth, but it's not. So yeah, compassion I would say would be the shortcut to all of it, but again, why? Why do you even need to like everyone, for example?
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from your divinity again. It doesn't make you less spiritual if someone just bothers you. Sometimes Flavia annoys me, and I'm sure I annoy her too.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes we tell each other. I think most of the time, like, you are so annoying right now.
Yeah. Go to your room.
Yeah, like, stop it. Why do I need to accept that? I mean, we are not, we're talking about like a closed case, right? Like something just here between the two of us. Sometimes we just say it. Sometimes we say, like, I need some time alone, or that this is annoying, stop it. But do you understand, like, communication and
But also,
acceptance?
yeah, also we live together and
Yeah.
we work together, and our relationship needs to have an open communication. If it's
Yeah.
someone that you don't need to deal with, you don't need to, you don't need to come, oh, yeah, I think you are annoying.
Yeah,
You don't need to
because
cause more drama in your life.
yeah, totally. No, we're not telling you to go to their faces and tell you you're annoying. I'm saying that we don't use that as a tool to create something beyond what it is, right? To create, like, again, your reaction to that emotion. It doesn't have to be like a huge thing. And even if it is just in that moment, and we're not letting it be carried away into our lives because we choose to communicate, for example. But sometimes it's just that, for example, if I know that she's in a mood, that she is annoyed, and her annoyance annoys me, I just leave her alone. I don't talk, I'll just leave her, because I know there's nothing I can do to change her spirits at that moment, to change her mood at that moment. And I don't want to, because if she wants to be annoyed, or if she wants to play with that emotion, that's entirely her prerogative. So I need to decide for me here in this moment. Do I want to maybe sit here and be annoyed with her? Do I want to, like, pick a fight? Maybe. Do I want to confront her and say, like, stop it, you're being annoying? Or do I want to just leave her alone and go to my own space and do my own thing, and not and let her do her own thing, right? Because when she's gonna need me, she's gonna call me, most of the time. Sometimes I need to offer too, but again, that's just us. So why is there the thought that this needs to be fixed, is my question for you. Again, you listed many tools that you can just pick and choose and use, but why isn't it okay that someone else is feeling or being or acting in a way that doesn't align with you right now? Why do you think there is something in you that needs to be fixed because of that?
Reverberating sound up and down the body with breath is a good realignment to control anxiety or pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vamos focar só nas
Sound
perguntas,
bath
porque
is
já tá
good.
quase na hora.
I thought I achei que fosse. Let's see. I've heard about energy healing by proxy for another. Does this work for the other person when they are unaware or have not granted consent?
I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know what healing by proxy is.
I've heard about healing by proxy for another. Does this work for the other person when they are unaware or have not granted consent? It's going to depend on your role with that person. If you were to play that role for them to help them heal, align, create in that way, sometimes they don't even need to be aware of what's going on. They don't need to tell you yes. But it's going to be more related to your agreement with this person. Let's say even prior incarnation, the role that you're playing for them right now, because their higher self might be giving you permission. Maybe their higher self, even when they are, like, that's happened many times, like, you are sitting with someone having a healing ceremony, for example, but it's going to soothe, it's going to help in a way, it's going to direct them to something, but it's not going to fully heal it, because they still need something from whatever that creation was. So it doesn't matter how many healings you do, how many medicines you take, if the core is still not, quote unquote, treated, it's not accepted, it's not felt as if part of your divinity, for example, it's going to continue manifesting in different ways. But if that person is ready, let's say, to receive whatever it is, that consent is more like a heart thing anyway, and it comes from your own higher self, your own, like, okay, we're done playing with this and we can just let it go. Let's do one more question from patron, and then we'll do the little healing blessing that we're going to do today. So I'm feeling inspired to ask you guys if you want anything in particular from today's healing that we're doing. Anything you want healed. Maybe we can find like a. We'll see. I'm just asking and see what's gonna come up.
Um, 20 galactic female still embodying. Do you have periods? How do they affect you?
Some of them do. The ones that are. I totally forgot how to say mammiferous.
Mammals?
Mammals. Yes. Most do. Like Lyran felines,
Yeah.
Pleiadians.
Frequency management.
Frequency management? What exactly about that? I mean, what do you mean with frequency management? Why would you need healing for that? Again, we are playing loosely with the terminology of healing, as I talked about in the beginning, because I don't think you need healing in anything. But who am I to tell you what you need healing for or not, right? I feel like I need healing right now, personally. So there's nothing in me that that is judging you for that. I just want to give that disclaimer.
Our relationship
My
to
God.
money.
This
Go back.
that's gonna help.
gonna
It's because
force-
you moved.
I know.
Oh my God, and it feels like it's my eyes. Oh, it worked.
I know. Oh, I'm receiving so many kisses right
Oh,
now.
it's so pretty, meu amor. Te amo
She's so
tanto.
sleepy.
Oh.
To keep my real attention on God. I would love to just receive calm and loving energy that gives me a big hug.
Nice. That's what I said, Joff. The healing is not the greatest word. I'm right there with you. So everybody ready? Are you gonna do a little Reiki?
Yes.
As we're. Do you want something?
No. It's okay.
I don't know why I feel guided to ask, guys. So bear with me being creepy. But anyone else on their periods? Or about to get their periods? How are you feeling? Because I am.
I'm gonna use a pyramid that Dawn gave me.
It's so
Actually.
beautiful.
Dawn, I forgot to tell you it arrived.
Oh my God, Flavia.
I'm so sorry. I just realized it, but it is here, and I'm gonna use it. It's beautiful.
You're not on a period, Dawn? You're on a period, Kari. I felt you. How are you feeling? Because mine is challenging, to say the least. It's been last month and this month is again. And I just felt that we might be collectively doing something. So let's hold space for that for us.
Yeah.
I am feeling mostly sad. Wow.
Wow.
Like Corey, Julie, and Eva, me, you, about to get, they have been crazy. Yep.
Yeah. I'm about to get one.
I think we are all kind of, which is fascinating if we think about it.
So you're aligning?
In our own temple, we are all kind of aligned. I am
So
anxious and annoyed, but zero cramps this time. I'm so happy for you, Corey.
That's good.
Yeah, at least no cramps,
no
right?
cramps.
Yeah, it's very, very fascinating. So, hormone balance.
It's
So
okay.
let's hold space for that, I'll say. And I will set the intention that whatever you are wanting healing from, you get it. Or again, that you get anything that is in alignment to help you deal with the responses that you are and the actions that you're taking towards that healing. And on top of that, like, so have your intention in your mind. If you want, you can visualize yourself healed from whatever it is that you want healing. And on top of that, I'm going to do a womb blessing, right? So we can all share with ease this thing that is going on with our periods, whenever it is that you get a period, if you have periods. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Okay? So we're gonna do a quick one. I'm going to be closer to this a little bit. I'm just bringing the microphone here, and I'll sit a little closer too. So just breathe, everybody. If you can place your feet on the ground, I would suggest doing so. Get your water. And start relaxing your body and getting in a comfortable position. This is not going to be a long meditation, so if you can just take a moment aside from it now to do it with us. If not, you can do it later. We are exactly at 1 hour and 1 minute of our live event right now, so just take a deep breath. And I feel it's important that you have your back straight for this, your feet on the ground if you can. And before you close your eyes, or if you are ready, just open them a little bit. I'm being guided to show you this mudra, like this or like this sometimes. It is a yoni mudra, and if you want to do it too, to help direct the energy or support someone else's womb, do that too. It's mostly just pointing your I totally forgot the name of this finger, but you get what I mean, right? I think you saw it. So
Index fingers.
Index fingers. Thank you. Yeah. That's awesome. I do that often too, like not thinking about it. So just take a deep breath now and close your eyes. And I want you to open your awareness for whatever healing means for you right now. And whatever that means for you, we are opening the door to accept it. And we are opening the door to receive the answers of maybe the steps that we want to take towards that healing. And we will just receive it without any judgment. So fully opening your awareness for that healing to occur for you, whatever that healing means to you. So I want you to envision this portal opening on the top of your head, connecting to the soles of your feet, another portal opening. So your whole body will become this vessel for these two portals, the bridge of these two portals. And just stay with it for a second. And start imagining this beautiful golden and white light from your heart going up and down through those portals. And the portal on the top of your head is your gateway to your divine awareness, your universal consciousness, yourself with capital S. And on the soles of your feet is your connection to earth, to being human, to your body, to the pleasures and everything the earth has to offer. And your body is the bridge for these two portals at all times. So with our breath now, we will just allow energy to move through these portals openly, not holding anything back, not judging or fearing anything. These two portals keep you safe and grounded and loved and connected. And this light just travels through your vessel, this bridge of consciousness that you are freely. So I'll let you spend some time to just allow this energy to move. And whenever it is that you feel that maybe there is an impediment in this energy, just breathe and allow it to soothe over and move. So maybe let's say the energy gets stuck in an area of your body or your consciousness or your mind or your emotions. Just breathe and command it to move. Allow it to move with ease. And as we're doing that, I'll ask Flavia to direct this energy to all of us. So let's just spend some time now assessing our bodies and allowing that energy, that golden light, to move. And just keep breathing, wheeling ease into your body. In your muscles and bones, tendons and nerves. So this bridge that you are between consciousness, between your universal consciousness and your humanness, your grounding on earth, is free, easy. And if any area of your body feels a little overwhelmed, just allow it. Let your body communicate with you too. Your body that is the bridge. Knowing that whatever it has to say, we accept it now. We honor it. And with every breath, with our own intention, we return to that awareness, that remembrance that we are divine, that our truth is that we are pure consciousness, having human experiences. So whatever we may feel in our bodies, in our hearts, in our minds, is okay. And I invoke the power of the Divine Mother in me now. And I invite you to invoke yours too. From my womb and the womb of the Mother, the Divine Mother, to hold us in compassion, to bring that compassion to the surface now. and to wash over us this bridge, our bodies, connecting these two portals, and even smoothing them over, making them even more aligned. So that compassion can go everywhere. Most importantly, to us, through our own bodies. So I invoke the Divine Mother in me to awaken that compassion in all of us, for us and for each other. So let's take one last deep breath. And just be present with you now. Returning your awareness fully to your body, to your breaths, feeling grounded and safe and connected, and feeling deeply in your truth, in your divine truth. Let's breathe. And open your eyes when you're ready. And I now disconnect from your energy with love and compassion. And let us know how you feel. Oi, meu amorzinho. Ai, que linda. Muita tarde, gente. Espremi muito.
Can you wait?
How you feel?
Congratulations. I feel fine.
I
How do you feel?
Good. I was feeling such tingling. First, it was like I was feeling so much pressure in my head because I was receiving such a huge download, and then when I was like allowing it, I started feeling like so much tingling.
When it started first, I was just a body. Like I don't know, like I felt so still, like nothing was going on in my mind, like nothing at all.
Such presence.
Yeah, and then at some point, because I was sending Reiki since the beginning, and at some point I started feeling my womb, and then I saw the two snakes, and then the energy came out, like it came up and out as the two snakes, and started going to people as that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
Very cool.
So much tingling. I knew you were feeling it too, Corey. You are my tingle partner, which sounds awesome. You invested. That's good.
Nice. I
almost fell over.
What?
Julie almost fell over because she started losing consciousness a little bit. I spaced out as usual, but I had Mary Magdalene and Pamela Erling with me for some reason. Oh, that's lovely. We
Pamela,
both I think we dreamt of Pamela and we
Yeah.
felt her energy these days too.
We often see her also when we go
Yeah.
to the States.
Oh meu Deus.
That's so soothing and loving. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
At the end, I had heard. Why am I without my glasses?
Yes.
I don't know.
My eyesight is not great right now either.
At the end, I heard, bring awareness to your breast, not your breath. Oh, gave me a laugh. That you had pressure
Of course.
and download into too.
Maybe laughing was like a catalyst for you at that moment. That's awesome. So thank you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the channeling of Saint Germain. And again, we're going to do one of these healings, but we're going to use the violet flame.
Yeah.
And we are talking about healing with the violet flame with Saint Germain tomorrow. So probably we're going to do something at the closing of this as well. for the channeling with him, and we're doing like a violet flame healing meditation at the end with Saint Germain, which is going to be very powerful. So make sure to what is the thing? Update your tier if you need to be there. It's for tier 2 and up. And we'll see you guys probably at the same time, okay? We said it was going to be at 6, and I'm very sorry because I posted that and I was wrong. But maybe we're going to do it at 8 too, because I think it's a little more soothing for us
At
right
the
now.
moment.
Yes. So
We'll
see you at 8. Oh, look, she's playing with her toy. She loves.
Oh, they dropped it.
Her face is like, oh my god, my stuff.
God.
Yes.
It's her piggy.
Yeah.
Pinka.
Que linda.
Yeah. Oh my god. So such love.
I heard breast too. Maybe I said breast.
Yeah. Maybe guys, focus on your breasts.
Right.
You know? Use some nice oils and take care, because such precious things.
Totes.
I'm gonna go.
We love you guys. We'll see
you
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, my computer was.